Okay, we're going to expose this man of fear here. He fears Islam. Let's see what he has to say here in fear. This is all fear speaking, okay? So keep that in mind.
We're not going to have that. But what it demonstrates is that these non-Muslims, they're Islamophobes, are scared to death. Literally scared to death. There's no doubt about it. These are Islamophobes. They are so afraid that Islam is going to come over and take over their way of life. And, they have a deep-rooted hatred, and it's evil. It's
Okay. What the evil is that a pretended God in a book says that you can divorce your prepubescent wives, that means their children, and what you are to also hate is a pretended book that claims that its God is saying that you can beat your wives. That is the evil. That is what you are to hate. And that is what Kenny won't admit.
truly an evil.
See, the evil is a so-called God telling you, once again, that you can marry a prepubescent girl and that you can beat your wife. That is what is evil. And this imam is in fear of saying the truth about Islam.
You can say I love all day long, but if you're using hatred,
See, the hatred is in the book again. You have a pretended God saying that you can divorce your prepubescent wives, that means their children, their little girls, and that you can beat your wives.
as your form of expression, be it speech or physical aggression or whatever, it's still hatred nonetheless.
Yes. What is hatred, once again, is in Quran 434 says that you can marry prepubescent little girls and you can beat your wives. Or 65:4, excuse me, says you can divorce your prepubescent little girls. That is pedophilia. And then in 434 says that you can beat your wives. And this is what he's running away from. That is the hatred that good men are to stand up against and expose so that other men will go, oh, yeah, it is evil. I'm turning away from this. But what is this imam doing? He's trying to turn the hatred on the people that are trying to defend the little children and to defend wives from not being beaten.
And so when you have these Islamophobes,
Okay, see, he's calling Islamophobes people that are standing up for little girls and standing up for women so that little girls will not be sexually raped and that women will not be beaten, because this is what the Quran says. Now let's look. I think I'm going to have to call up another. Okay, let's just remove him and let's just add another screen here. Okay. Stop that screen and we'll share this other one. Okay. Let's go to 434 first. He wants to say that we don't know. And the other guy that did the debate, that he doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand Islam. Well, it's showing right here. You've got so many translations here. It's not even funny. Okay, this one says you can hit them. See that? You can hit them. This is Muslim scholars that are translating the Arabic into English. Okay. Okay. Look at this. This is the word. It says set forth to strike them. Set forth to strike them means beat them. Okay. So this one renders it, then hit them. Okay. This is a Muslim scholar that has translated the Quran. This is another one. Ahmed Ali. Let's see what Ahmed Ali says. We're not going to read any parentheses because this is them trying to cover up. Oh, push them. And ignore them, disregard, push them. Look at that. You can push them. How great, right? So you can push them. This is what he renders it. This is what Ahmed Ali renders it. You push the women. Muhammad Hamid, let's see what he says. He doesn't even say anything about that word. He just bypasses it altogether. Okay. This is an Aisha. Look what she says. It says, then beat them. I've got this Quran. Okay. I got a paperback of it. Look what it says. Beat them. And Kenny's saying, you just don't understand it. See, you just don't understand it. Well, you know, you've got so many Muslim scholars that are writing their own Quran and telling it in English what it does say. Here's another one. Ali. He's translating it. Let's see what he says. Oh, it says beat them. See? Now this is them covering up, and we're not going to read that because this is them covering it up. This is what the Quran says. Beat them. Here's another Muslim scholar telling the English. Punish them. You know, then this reminds me of that you know how they say that you can marry and divorce their child wives. This is what you do with children to teach them right from wrong. You punish them. So this reminds me of that they are talking about their little children wives in this stance, of course. Punish them. You know, you don't punish your wives, and you're supposed to look at your heart. Why? Okay. Here's a scholar. Here's a Muslim scholar as well saying, look, and beat them. Here's another Muslim translating the Quran. You beat them. You may beat them. See? And any man beating a woman is violent. And how would this God be the highest and the greatest if he's going to tell men that he can beat a woman? That's not highness. That's not highest, and that is not greatest. That is evil. That is what this imam is trying to cover over. And look, here we go. Here's another scholar and beat them. Here's another Muslim telling you that the Quran is saying beat them. George Sale, highly respected guy in the 17th century or in 1700s, 18th century. Yeah, and chastise them. Chastise them. And he even adds the word lightly as if it's in the Quran. It's not in the Quran. So as time goes on, what they're doing and what this imam is doing is trying to get away from the Quran and get people on just their pamphlets. Look at this, smack them without harshness. What a lie. How can you smack somebody without harshness? Smack them. This is the Quran. This is Allah. Here's another English Muslim translator. Look at this. That's more the word scourge them. Scourge them like a little rag doll. This is evil. This is what you come against. This is what you hate. You hate evil. This is in the Quran. So we are to hate this stuff because it destroys families. Here's another Muslim scholar translating. Look, strike them. Hit them lightly. What is a light hit? See? See the lie of it? Oh, well, yeah, hit them lightly. Yeah. Why? Because Allah is surely ever exalted and great. So he's a great God telling men that they can go ahead and strike a woman. Here's another Muslim scholar translator. Let's see what he says. Yeah, see? And beat them. Let's look at another one. Pictal. There we go. He translates it more correctly. Scourge them like a rag doll. Scourge them. This is demonic, people. This is what you come against. This is what you hate. So you have a book that says that you can do this. You are to hate this. See? You don't hate the people doing it because they're only listening to evil. You show them that it is evil and they'll turn away. And this is what we're doing. Here's another Muslim scholar. Let's see what he says. And chastise them. So see, they're getting scared. Okay. Here's another one. Muhammad Assad. Then beat them. This is what you hate. Here's another one. And beat them. Yeah. So a pretended God is saying that he's high and he's supreme, and he's telling men that he can beat their wives. Doesn't matter why. You don't beat a woman. A man beating a woman is a coward. Here's another Muslim scholar. Let's see what he says. Oh, yeah, and beat them. See, Kenny? See how he's going to just stand there and lie? Here's another one. Okay. Then beat them. See how Kenny's wanting to lie? See, progressive Muslims, look what they're saying. And separate from them. Nothing about scourging, nothing about beating. See, they're literally changing the Quran, and they're claiming there's only one Quran, right? Here's another one. Shabir Ahmed. Let's see what he says. He just says, and keep admonishing them with examples that they stop rebelling. Well, they weren't in rebellion. It only says if you fear rebellion, if you fear ill will, if you fear. There's no truth, there's no facts. So see, he won't even say it. He won't even say you scourge him, you beat him. Okay, here's Shaker, and beat them. Shir Ali, see what he says. Chastise them. Here's Saeed, beat them. Muhammad, Sahih International, strike them. Yusuf Ali, beat them. Man adds lightly. It's not lightly. YusufAli.org, beat them. So there you go. So now we're going to watch Kenny lie again, okay? So let's see. Let's see him lying one more time.
We're not going to have that. But what it demonstrates is that these non-Muslims, they're Islamophobes. He's scared to death. Literally scared to death. There's no doubt about it. These are Islamophobes. They are so afraid that Islam is going to come over and take over their way of life. And, they have a deep-rooted hatred, and it's evil. It's truly an evil. You can say I love all day long, but if you're using hatred as your form of expression, be it speech or physical aggression or whatever, it's still hatred nonetheless.
See, what he's doing is he's actually exposing Islam because it is hatred, whether it's speech or it's physical. He's right. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to say it's the people that are coming against, that are exposing Islam, are the evil, are the people in hatred. But the hatred is what that Quran is communicating for men to do, to beat, to strike, to scourge their women, their wives, and some of them, their children. See? And then, let's see. Okay. Let's just go down here and go to this one here.
An example to man and women that your garments protecting one another. And again, Olga Yates, have you ever put on a jacket, but before you went outside to protect you from the rain or the cold, you put a bunch of rips
You've
and
been talking
destroyed
for about
it? Of
6
course you
minutes
didn't.
now.
Of course you didn't.
You've been talking
Of
for
course
about
you
6
didn't.
minutes.
So let's get back to your Islamophobic bantering that basically amounts to nothing on the scales of logic and reason. Go ahead.
See, he's calling this logic and reason because he's wanting to divorce himself from the Quran. See? So he's wanting to put people out of looking at the Quran or the Hadith to what Kenny wants to claim as logic and reason. Well, logic and reason tells you that it is wrong to hit a woman, a child, and it is wrong to divorce your prepubescent little girls. It's wrong. And it's wrong because it's wrong to marry little children. That's what is wrong. That's what logic and reason should tell you, that this is evil. This is wrong. But see, he's not going to admit this. So I like what Islam is a mess has to say about that.
I what you're doing right now, you're actually showing me that your Quran is nothing on the scale of logic and reasoning. Because I'm quoting from your Quran, which say your Quran says you can beat women, and I'm also showing you that in 33:21, your Quran, not my bantering, says that your prophet is the perfect example to follow. And according to Aisha, the baby wife of your prophet, Aisha told us that your prophet sit back and watch a man get away.
What I did, I just put you on pause.
And see, he had to pause that because he was exposing the truth. Aisha was 6 years old when they got married, and he was fondling her. And at 9 years old, Islam claims that they had sex. That is pedophilia. This is why this imam has to stop it. So this imam is utterly exposed.
All you're doing
Which
is
is
just
why
creating.
which is I'm trying to teach you something.
I don't listen to me. I hate when you do that. You're trying to belittle me. Don't try to teach.
Yeah, see, there's nothing. This man is telling the truth about Islam. Islam says that you can beat women, and Islam says that you can marry prepubescent little girls. And what he's trying to do is teach him outside of the Quran onto his pamphlets, which goes against the Quran, trying to cover up what the Quran does communicate, which it's filthy communication. And this guy is standing true against Islam, actually teaching this imam.
Teach me nothing, bro. Okay, because I know Islam. Okay, we are here to reason. You're not teaching.
See, and he said it. We're here to reason. But see, this imam's not going to look and not going to admit that beating a woman is wrong. Beating a woman is not from a God that's highest and greatest. It's from the devil. The devil would tell you evil things. The devil would tell you a lie, because the truth is you love your wives. You lay down your life as Christ laid down his life for the church. That shows the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. He's wanting to fight it because he's got the fight in him that he's not battling. That's upon his own heart.
I can't teach you if you're not willing.
See, well, what is there to teach? That it's okay to beat your wife? That it's okay to divorce and marry prepubescent girls that are children? They have not reached puberty even. And even when a girl reaches puberty, she's not ready for marriage. She's not mature yet. That's not the time.
To listen.
See, and why would you want to listen? Why would anybody want to be listening to this imam? He won't say that hitting a woman is wrong. He won't say that beating, scourging, or striking or slapping. He wants to read from the clear Quran. Clear Quran says, or the wise Quran says, slap them. Slap them. And the clear Quran probably says, strike them or beat them.
I don't care if you stay here. I really don't. But for the people who are willing to listen, what I'm going to say again is that Islam demands, and the Muslims know this, Islam demands that people have their right to their religious freedom.
No, and that's not right. I mean, look at the whole Middle East. Look at the plague of Islam that has spread by the sword. There's no freedom. There's no freedom of religion with it. Okay? Let's get this page up and I'll show you. Okay, we'll go back here. Good, it's showing it. Okay. All right. Let's go to (9:5), and we'll show you Jalalayn. Slay the idolaters wherever you find them, be it during a lawful period or a sacred one, and take them captives and confine them to castles and forts until they have no choice except being put to death or acceptance of Islam. So what is that? You see? That's Islam. This is Islam. Okay? Let's go to 29. Fight those. This is fight to kill. This is katalu. Okay? This is fight to kill. Let's see if it shows the translation. Not too sure if it will. Well, it just brought it to English. Okay. Fight to kill those who do not believe in, this is Allah, or the last day, for otherwise they would have believed in the prophets, and who do not forbid what God and his messenger, that's Allah, has forbidden, such as wine, nor do they practice the religion of truth. The firm one, the one that abrogated other religions. Oh, look at this. Wow. So where is this, Kenny? That Islam respects all religions. Your Jalalayn says that Islam, that Allah abrogated other religions, and the firm one, meaning the religion of Islam. It's the only one that stands. So how are you lying, Kenny? And why are you lying? Why are you wanting to lie, Mr. Imam? Let's bring him back up again. And it's delayed. It's just very, very slow today. Okay, so we're gonna try to find the Imam again and just see how much he's just so much wanting to lie. So we're gonna put him on pause there. This is how much this guy just wants to continue lying. See if we can get to his comment section. It's not being shown right now. It's most likely on my end though. Okay, there it is.
an example to to man and women, that your garments protecting one another. And again, Olga Yates, have you ever put on a jacket, but before you went outside to protect you from the rain or the cold, you put a bunch of rips
You've
and
been talking
destroyed
for
it?
about
Of
6
course you
minutes
didn't.
now.
Of course you didn't.
You've been talking
Of
for
course
about
you
6
didn't.
minutes.
So let's get back to your Islamophobic bantering. It basically amounts to nothing on the scales of logic and reason. Go ahead.
You know what you're doing right now. You're actually showing me that your Quran is nothing on the scale of logic and reasoning. Because I'm quoting from your Quran, where your Quran says you can beat women, and I'm also showing you that in 33:21, your Quran, not my bantering, says that your prophet is the perfect example to follow. And according to Aisha, the baby wife of your prophet, Aisha told us that your prophet sit back and watch a man get away.
What I did, I just put you on pause, just your time. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, okay? For one, what you're not going to do here, Olga Yates, because I'm not disrespecting Jesus, peace be upon him.
All you're doing
which is why
creating.
Which is, I'm trying to teach you something.
I don't listen to me. I hate when you do that. You're trying to belittle me. Don't try to teach me nothing, bro.
Okay,
because I know Islam.
Okay,
we are here to reason. You're not teaching.
I can't teach you if you're not willing to listen.
Okay, see, you can't teach. What's there to teach? What is there to teach from this imam? He's going to lie. He's going to lie about Islam. Islam says that you can beat your wives. He's going to say, no, you don't understand it. When I just showed you, about 10 to 15 Muslim translation that says you can beat them. You can scourge them. You can slap them. You can strike them. So he has nothing to teach but lies.
Okay, so again, you said I'm not quoting. I'm not giving any citation. The same thing, you're not giving any citation. You said Allah said this. This person said this. This person said this. But I show you right here that Muhammad was beating people. Sahih Muslim, book 32, verse number 6290. That's the one that I quoted where Muhammad was beating people and invoking curse upon them. And that's Sahih Muslim. And there's a whole bunch of other hadith. There's also a hadith where Muhammad cursed a little girl and tell her that she will not grow up. May you not advance in years. That's exactly what Muhammad told the little girl, a little slave girl. You talk about Muhammad didn't even beat his slave, but there's an instant where something happened and Muhammad wanted to know what was happening. And Ali, Muhammad's companion, started to beat Aisha's slave in front of Muhammad, and Muhammad did nothing about this. You know, everything that I'm saying, I don't speak anything that I don't have. I cannot verify that if verification is required, because that's who I am. So you have Piqtal. I'm going to Mohammed Ansar Assad. You have Abel Alim. You have Sai International. So let me read from Sai International. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, so you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist,
And there's
forsake
no
them in bed.
first,
Can a
second,
woman
third,
forsake
last.
you in bed
There's none of
under
that.
Islamic rule?
Man
No, you
adds
cannot.
that.
And finally, strike them. Strike them. There is nothing about them. Discipline them gently. He says to strike them. Now we go to Muhammad Assad.
Yes.
Muhammad Assad says, as for those women who in ill will, you have reason to fear, admonish them first. Similar. Then leave them alone in bed. Similar. Then beat them. Beat them. Pictal says, scourge them. Then you go to Abdel Alim. He says, then eat them. You go to Tala Itani. It says, strike them. So you see, now we are going to go to the hadith that you says I am quoting part of. I only quote the relevant part just to show you that women were being abused by under Muhammad's watchful eyes, and he did not care about it. So here it is.
Okay, so from this point on, the rule is that you're not going to come here and disrespect the Prophet of Islam. Peace be upon him. You're not going to say anything rude about Allah or Muslims as a whole. And I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm not going to do that against you or Christianity. Okay. So that's the first question. The second question is, I simply want to know, have you ever thought about going to your local Islamic center?
And there's the pamphlets. Here we go. Here we go. Let's change Islam and read these
pamphlets. Can I answer that question fairly without you trying to put me backstage? You know, one of the reason I come onto your show is because you promised, and I have a screenshot of you promising that you will not mute me. But when I come here, that's what you do.
As long as you're decent.
No, that you're proving yourself to be a liar. That's what you're proving yourself.
Yes, he is. He's proven himself to be a liar because he's wanting people to get away from the Quran and away from the Hadith to just read the pamphlets that are going to lie about the Quran, that are going to lie about the Hadiths.
Okay, so now you called me a liar.
Well, now he's a liar, so we're going to stop this right now because he is a liar. You know, and he doesn't want to be honest about it. You know, we already showed. Okay, we already showed where. And I'll show you. Let's just stop this screen, and we're going to share this other screen, where once again it shows that the Quran is saying that you can beat. Here we go. Yusuf Ali, beat them. Yusuf Ali, beat them. Muhammad, Sahih International, strike them. And this is what most Muslims will read. Strike them. Here's Saeed, Hamid. Here we go. Beat them. You know, and any parentheses, this is, they're just adding to it to try to make it look good. Make it look a lot lighter, a lot less evil. Chasing them. Sher Ali, Shakir, beat them. See? We already read this. This doesn't even say it. Keep admonishing them with examples that they stop rebelling. And they're not even rebelling. Oh yeah, this one just, you look, and separate from them. I won't even say it. Beat them. And look at all this writing that they add to it. Beat them. See? See, this is the insult to mankind. This is the insult to their Muhammad. No highest and greatest God is going to tell men to go ahead and beat their wives. Beat them. Beat them. Muhammad Assad. Chastise them. Scourge them. Pickthou has it right. You scourge them. I mean, this is just plain showing you that, you know, the devil is just telling you, just go for it. Do whatever. Strike them, hit them, beat them, scourge them like a little rag doll. Beat them. See? And this is what this imam won't even say. Strike them. You don't strike anybody lightly. And scourge them. There you go. He's got it right. Look at all of these. Let's smack them. And lastly, there's no first, second, last. There's no first, then lastly. Chasing them. And there's no lightly in the Quran. They're literally lying. This one is literally lying. See how much they have to try to cover this evil. Chasing them. No God that is high and great will ever tell a man to hit a woman. Beat them. Beat them. See? They want to tell all these Muslims that came before them that they're liars. Beat them. You may beat them. Look at that. You may beat them. So you're going to tell them that they're translating the Quran wrong? All of these? All of these. Punish them. Go for it. Beat them. Okay? See that? Muslim scholar. Saying it like it is in the English. Beat them. And he wants to call us Islamophobic. We're not afraid of Islam. We're bluntly saying this is evil, and you need to repent from this evil way. Beat them. There's nothing that we fear from this fake God right here. A fake God will tell you that you can beat women. This is evil. This is called evil communication. That doesn't even say it. And ignore, disregard, push them. Push them. Remember that one? Muhammad Ali. Then hit them. Abed Halam. Hit them. Then hit them. Yeah. His great God, most high and great, is telling men, it's okay, you can hit your wives. And even in the Arabic, when they translate it, there it is, right there. Step forth to strike them. Strike them. There it is.
Okay. So from this point on, the rule is that you're not going to come here and disrespect the Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him. You're not going to say anything rude about Allah or Muslims as a whole. And I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm not going to do that against you or Christianity. Okay. So that's the first question. The second question is, I simply want to know, have you ever thought about going to your local Islamic center and grabbing some of these pamphlets?
See, the guy is studied up, okay, on the Quran and the Hadith, and he's wanting to push pamphlets that are going to lie about the Quran and the Hadith. So he's not even in Islam, this imam right here. He is exposing Islam for the nasty dirtiness it is, while people are doing nice pamphlets and women are being beaten and little girls are being sexually molested because they're giving them over for marriage, because that's what the Quran permits. And he wants to cover it up with nice, pretty pamphlets.
Can I answer that question fairly without you trying to put me backstage? You know, one of the reason I come onto your show is because you promised, and I have a screenshot of you promising that you will not mute me. But when I come here, that's what you do.
As long as you're decent.
No, that you're proving yourself to be a liar. That's what you're proving yourself.
Okay, so now you called me a liar. So
Okay, as long as he's decent. The indecent is this imam is not exposing Islam for what it is. See? Because it does say you can beat a woman, you can strike a woman, you can scourge a woman, you can hit her, you can push her, punish her, chastise her. This is all wrong. This is evil.
you can go. I mean, that's simple. Listen, all I'm asking you to do is be decent.
Okay, well, Islam isn't decent, see? This is where he fears Islam. And he wants to claim, well, will you just be decent? How can you be decent exposing evil? You have to tell what the evil is. That's the indecency. It is decent to say that this is wrong, that little girls and women need to be protected. That's the decency of what his guest, this imam's guest, is doing. He's the one being decent because he's exposing an indecency.
So if I have to mute you and ask you to be decent, then that's what I'll do. I had no intention of muting you unless I have to ask you to be decent. So again, you're calling me a liar. Now you're being indecent. So obviously you haven't learned the rules yet. So the consistency.
When I come onto your show is because you promised, and I have a screenshot of you promising that you will not mute me. But when I come here, that's what you do.
As long as you're decent.
No, that you're proving yourself to be a liar. That's what you're proving yourself.
Okay, so yes. Now you called me a liar, so you can go. I mean,
yeah, see, it's why is Kenny exposed as being a liar? Because he won't say what the Quran says. He wants to hide and show him pamphlets that is going to lie about the Quran. Pamphlets don't get it, Kenny.
Okay, do you realize that not all Sahih hadith are actually reliable? Did you realize that?
That's
okay. So see, now they want to break away from some of the Sahih hadiths because it's embarrassing. Okay, I give that to them. But what they're exposing is that a lot of their Islamic sources they don't want anymore because it exposes them. It exposes them. So they need to take that into the Quran and say, wow, this is exposing us. This is evil. See? But what they do is they play this, well, some Sahih isn't Sahih, it's rejected, we don't accept it. So you're just going to your Quran tree and just ripping branches out. Then you just end up having a tree with a couple leaves left. It's a joke.
That's a game you're going to play here.
No. I'm asking you a question. Do you realize that yes, just because it's Sahih doesn't mean that the chain is reliable? Do you realize that?
Yeah, see, now they're relying on men. See, it goes from Allah talked to Muhammad to now we have hadiths after 200 to 300 years. And now it's, well, men have rated it. This is strong, so, or now we have a chain of men, 5 or 6 men have said it's good, it's weak, whatever. Now, see, they were always looking at man because no God ever came to Muhammad and telling him that you can marry little girls and you can beat your little girl wives or your women wives. That's all men. So it went from man, man, man. Now we're going to look at the chain of narration, which is still man. So that's what this imam has, is a man-made book, a man-made religion. And this man, this guy, this imam right here doesn't want to admit it. So he's the one that's in fear of Islam because he won't say it. He won't admit the filthy communication that it's communicating. This man will and is to protect families, to protect women and children.
And is reliable.
Okay, but do you know what the grading is on that? Is it
And see, now they're going to look at the men that have graded certain hadiths. This is all man again. See, it's all man. It's a man-made religion, and a filthy one at that.
Again, just because it's Sahih, that means that the narrator of that hadith
This grading is
hold on. The narrator, the one who's giving that.
Yes, see, the gentleman here is trying to say this rating is just of men. It's a man-made religion. It's a man-made device.
Hadith is a reliable source. That's what it means. But it could be
what
Hassan.
you need to do
It could
is
be
to
Hassan.
prove.
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
See, he doesn't want him saying the truth, so he's saying that it's like interruption. But it's actually correction, because he has to get his lie out to try to trick people. But he's not tricking anybody. I mean, most of the Muslims are not even watching this man. And the Muslims are not promoting Kenny no longer. So when he does a live show, you have about, let's say, 10 to 18 people watching. They are not supporting him whatsoever. Just the people that are with his network, which is about 8 to 10 people.
I'm trying to teach you a lesson. I'm trying to teach you a lesson today. And
see, there's no lesson that this imam is teaching. See, he's just bullying, but he can't bully him. See, you can't bully a person that is trying to defend people, that are trying to defend little girls and women.
And don't interrupt me. I'm trying to make a point to you.
See, but there's no point that this imam has to make. He's lying about the Quran. He's lying about the hadiths. Now he wants to go to talk about the chain of narration, whether it's weak or whatever. There's no truth in this man, and this is why even a lot of the Muslims have left him. So God bless you all in Jesus' name. And leave Islam.